Here, I'm just going to do a quick demo on the capability of how you can see somebody. So basically what's going to happen here is um, we want to be able to show how we can prompt. You got to be able to prompt the employee, but we want to be able to get a sense for where they are. So since the system cannot automatically go detect where they are, then we need to be able to do that via some kind of logical action. So as an example here, on the left-hand side, you see my iPhone. I'm mirroring it. By the way, it's my live iPhone, so apologize if I get text messages or emails or whatever. We'll go from there. So basically what I have here is I wanted to go in and show you. I'm going to manage my time so you can see the current timesheets. So I'm going to manage my timesheets. Let's find my timesheet, Adam, and that's this pay period. So I look at this pay period. I've been playing with it a little bit, but you see that my last punch was at 10:23. The time is currently 10:27. So what I have is in my company settings, in my cost centers, I have a cost center set up that has locations. So currently I have myself set up at Walmart 1234 on 1707 Hankey Road. That's where I currently am. And so if I go here to my iPhone and I type in my username, my password, and then I say change cost center, what you'll see is you can select the cost center. So you could say, Walmart 1234. I have them labeled differently, so I'm just going to show you how you can find them. Location, whatever, push search. I'm in location 2. I know that I'm not. I'm actually in location 1, so I don't want to try to punch to the wrong thing. So I'm going to say location 1, and when I do that, you see here that it says punch saved. So it took my punch. So now I can go back into my timesheet, manage time, all time, find myself. And here's my time card for this week again. And you can see that it punched me out right here, 10:28, and punched me back into my new location. So the easy way to go about that. So then you said, well, how do I know where they were when they made the punch? So you can subsequently go into My Reports. You can go into System Utils, and All Punches. And on the right-hand side, you'll see my last punch here at 10:28. And we can just go ahead and click that, and you'll see the location of where I am. That was within the Geo fence, and so therefore it took that punch. Now, I'm not going to move me. I'm going to move, instead, I'm going to move the company location because I won't be able to keep recording otherwise. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go ahead and give a change of the address to the company. Obviously, you wouldn't be changing your company address. The person's location will be changing, but since I can't change me, I'll change where I am. So I'm going to say instead, this is Walmart 4567, and it's at 7601 Interactions Way, and that's in 46278, and that's in Indianapolis. And so now I'm going to do that same, let me save that. I'm going to do that same thing and show you that if they're not where they're supposed to be, the punch, even the change of a cost center wouldn't allow them to punch. So again, Adam.mini and my password. And if I try to change cost centers, you'll see it's going to give me the option to change my cost center. Again, same model, but I recently used location 1, so I'm going to pick that again. And when I do that, it tells me I cannot punch from this location because I'm not at 7601 Interactions Way, and I'm not within that radius. Now, it only is going to give you the information about where they try to punch on a successful punch. So if I again go back to My Reports, System, All Punches, you'll see that I don't have a failed punch because it doesn't record the failed punch. It only records that successful punch. So I think it meets your business requirement because it actually sets the stage for they have to be in the right location in order for the punch to occur. If not, it's a fail. So now the question becomes, how do we notify the person to punch? Well, the system itself would not allow you to be able to send that. But what it would be able to do is you would be able to send a text message to the employee. However, you send text messages now. So I'm just going to send a message to say to this employee to say, please update your cost center. And so that employee, via just a text message, that employee should see on their cell phone, however they normally get punches, not part of the Kronos application, that text message that says, hey, you got an email, or a text message that says, please update your cost center. So I know as an employee, hey, I have to go out and do that. You'll have to send those text messages separate of the Kronos system. It's not part of the baked-in system. But once they get that notification, then they go ahead and zip over to the Kronos application and do the punch that we just showed earlier. And subsequently, if they're in their area, it'll let them punch in. And then again, you'll be able to go in and actually see where they're at, where they punched from, and that they're good to go. So I think it meets the requirement. It's not exactly the way that we described it, but definitely would restrict the person from not logging in or not punching or changing the cost center. So I would think that you would probably use some language similar to, please update your cost center. And then they have a certain amount of minutes to get that done. And if they're not able to do it, then I would say that it's in question of why they weren't able to update their cost center if they're not where they're supposed to be. So I hope that's what you're looking for, and I hope this finds you well.